I always gotta start off smiling because it does something crazy at the beginning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Jamice, the Sneaky Poet. This is my podcast, my diary, the Sneaky Poet's journey into verse. And oh, y'all are not ready for the treat that we have on today. If you don't know, then you should know because we got Blue on. This is the Blue Bailey, okay? If you've been on the poetry scene at any time the last decade or so, then if you don't know, you should know because she is amazing. I'm talking about amazing, like the youth encourager, like the now into grills, the poet, like has some poems that I have like just sat back and listened and been like, should I throw away my poetry book? Because Blue Blue takes words and makes them magic.
Right.
Like,
Me
literally
too.
makes them magic. So thank you so much that you are on. I so appreciate it. I was so excited. I don't know if you saw the last one, but I was like gave it away like a little bit, like Blue's gonna be on, but if y'all know, y'all know. So welcome, Blue. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yes. Let's get into it. So Blue, tell us, what are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm really doing a lot of balance. I'm working on balance. So I don't think you knew, but I just got out the hospital and I had you know how like you just run from things and run from things and then you can't run anymore, right? So
Yes.
I got a skin infection and had to be admitted into the hospital. And so they just told my family, like, look, she's out of control. She's not taking care of herself. Her blood sugar is off the chart. Her
Oh my
blood
God.
pressure so it like just blew up my whole spot and just really forced me to take better measures to take care of myself. So
Yeah.
I just been on this balance, gym every day, learning like fasting and prayer, meditation, relaxation, but also being productive and going through like old stuff, cleaning out old stuff, making space for new stuff. It's just balance. Balance, balance, balance.
Well, welcome back. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you are doing good. And
Yeah.
let's avoid any medical shakeups in the future. Okay.
Look. Yeah, that's why I be in the gym. I'd be like, it can hurt in the gym or it can hurt in the hospital. So I choose the gym.
Yeah. Me too. I realized that we're just gonna have to work out for the rest of our lives.
And really that's what it should be, but they don't of course they don't tell you that because, conspiracy theory, they want to sell you food. They want to,
Mm,
all of the things that make money are not at the gym. So,
that is true.
but
That is so true. So, all right. So working out, new you, new transition.
yes.
Are we still writing poetry?
No, but I am writing. I do journal a
Okay.
lot, write a lot, but
Okay.
I not poetry. I feel it's just a lot of stuff that I need to get out. It's a lot of stuff that I need to process. Like I have a journal by my bed. If I have like a very vivid, you ever had like a really, really vivid dream? Like it'd be like, okay, well, the man had on Converses and one shoe was tied and one shoe wasn't, like vivid. Like all
Mm,
of these details, right? So I have a
right.
journal next to my bed so I can wake up and write down these very like vivid dreams that I have. Um I have a journal just for my life, where I just
Mhm.
write in my judge free space. Then I actually have, believe it or not, I draw. I'm learning how to draw. So,
Can we see a picture? Can you hold up a picture? Are we ready? Are we ready to release a picture?
oh, so I got this doodle book. Hold on, let me see if it's in here. I just be like doodling Cause one day I wanna be a really good doodler.
Yes.
No, I don't know where I drew it. I must have drew it in another notebook. But I have, like, little doodle books,
Yes.
like this one.
Okay.
So I'm just learning how
Nice.
to draw, like, so then it'll, like, break it down like that.
Oh. Alright, so what level would you say you were on right now?
0. I'm on level 0. But, like, here my this is a journal I'm on now. Says "fuck imposter syndrome." But, I bought, like, 20 of these from, Amazon. So
Okay.
whenever I finish one, I just go to the next one.
So, can we look forward to a book? Because I feel
Um
like you should, like, release all these, like, feelings, these doodles, everything.
It's wild. I was just telling my sister, like, I can see, like, all of these things, I can see it in everybody else's life but mine. But, a book I'm reading right now is called I got it from Five Below, and I recommend it to anybody. It's called How to Be a Main Character. It's
Ooh.
good. And it has, like it's like the lighter version of shadow work,
Okay.
but I also have a shadow journal. Um, but it's just the lighter version of that and just really focusing on yourself. I changed the cover because I be at work and people be in my business, so I had to put a cover on it to get people out of my business.
I love it. What does the cover say?
It says, "You give life to what you give energy to." So if you being nosy, that's what you giving life to. Get out my face.
I love
I'm an
it.
advocate for minding my own business. I am.
I love it. Is that the secret to life?
I feel like it is. I feel like it is.
You know what I realized? The more business we mind, the more edges we keep.
Look, girl, I got mine. Swoop,
Exactly, we got
swoop.
edges because 'cause we're minding the business.
Right, right.
That's gonna be our T-shirt. Save the edges,
Right.
mind your business.
Yeah. But on poetry though, I do have, my friend, okay, this is really old, but my friend brought me this book. It says 2018.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm like, I just pulled it off my bookshelf just so I could read it and go through it. So I feel like I'm such an emotional person. Like poetry is so intertwined with me. It's like more of my personality than something I
Right.
do. So I don't like when you say, "Oh well, okay, well, where's the book?" Like I didn't come into poetry through Maya Angelou and Sonia Sanchez, and I
So who'd
came
you come
through
in
into
through?
poetry through Shel Silverstein and
Mm.
Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. So it was like 3rd, 4th grade, and it was kind of performed. We had to memorize a poem, doing it in front of the class.
Yeah.
But it was always an emotional thing. It was never this, "Oh, let me read this book. Let me study this prose. Let me do this poetry form." It's always been this emotional type thing. It's always been spoken word. It's never been written. So now,
Mhm.
I want to kind of go to the other side because sometimes, like, you'll see, there's this guy, he used to play in the NBA. His name was Donald Foyle. And he came to do a workshop with me and the kids, and he read this poem. And I
Mhm.
wanted the paper because I was like, "Wait, that paper says all this?" And when I got the paper, it just looked like words on a page. And I was like, "I don't want it anymore." I wanted what was I wanted what he was saying because like the words just jumped off the
So you
page.
wanted the spoken word, so it's just in your blood.
I yeah, I just think that's just gonna be where I am for I
Yeah.
think that's my lane is the speaking of it all.
So what would your advice be to anyone who is aspiring to be a poet or wants to even get into spoken word?
Now in my old age, I would say to just, follow your spirit, follow your heart, follow your spirit. But really, like aggressively, not, go where the wind takes you and, oh, look at each blade of grass. I would follow that hint, that intuition, that you get a slight glint of a smell or a feel. Follow that. But yeah, I think when I was younger, I was way more aggressive as to how to do things. And now it's just, I don't know if it's like zen or just, just be one, be peaceful, be relaxed, mind your business, just get in your own thing. Because the more you grow, the more you realize how much people don't matter, how much so many things don't matter in how you grow, right? So I can think so many people when I was younger who stood in my way, and I could blame them, but I can just hone into like who I am now and say, thank
Mm,
you, you
yeah.
don't matter. I think the only people we can really blame is our parents, and that's for therapy.
But you know what I realized also, especially now being my parents' age like now, like, compared to like when we were younger,
Right.
we're all human.
Right.
No one has it figured out. And I feel like we definitely get a huge, like a better advantage than they did because at least we have therapists. There's virtual therapists. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? There's
Right.
words and labels to title that emotion
Right.
versus they was just coming in hot. Like
Right. 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 Yep.
so I think when I got to that part when I just like forgave them and just freed that up, then
Right.
that's all we can do is like, you were just trying to figure it out too.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's a lot of my day to day. Like I think earlier, I think the blue a lot of people know was rooted in a lot of aggression and anger. And it's like,
Mm,
I don't have it. I don't have it anymore. There's a fervence that I have when I perform that I don't have those deep rooted. I went to Alabama for like 6 months and just got it together.
really?
That was like my wilderness. I had almost lost my life, and one of my friends' fathers called me and literally said, "Can you curse on?" He said, "Pack your shit and bring
Yes.
your ass." And I was gone in 3 days, literally from
Wow.
Orlando to Birmingham. He said, "Don't worry about nothing." And I had a place to stay. I had everything I
Mm,
needed. I was able to I was working from home, so I was able to just go over there, get internet. I didn't miss a beat, but I I cried, I mourned, I laughed, I sang, I cooked,
mm,
I danced, I bathed. Like I was, there was just so many things that I was able to do just in that space. I was so far away from anyone who could need me. And I was
mm.
able to, like, have curious eyes again, like, you drive around like, "Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that?" Because a lot of time we drive out of obligation, right? You say, "Okay, well, here's this building, Imma turn here, here's that," and then you just don't think about it, but when you're looking with curious eyes, you appreciate a lot more, So it was just a huge turning point for me. I dropped a lot of grudges, a lot of,
Mm,
10 years 10 years ago, you made me mad, so I have to hold on to that. So when I see you, I can act like I don't see you
mm.
and hope, and you better see me. Look, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the want. I don't even care. Like, what were we angry about? Well, what were you angry about? I hope
Because
you
it
got
doesn't matter.
right. And
It
if you
doesn't matter.
it's not even my business if you did or didn't, It's just so, a lot of that stuff, a lot of my anger and aggression went away um during that moment. So now it's peace and balance, which I guess sometimes comes off as boring, but best decision of my life. I'll be
There's
bored.
There's nothing boring about peace,
Happy boring.
okay?
Yeah.
There's
Look,
nothing boring about peace, and I'm loving that. I am so glad you got to have, like, a 6-month, almost kinda like spiritual retreat, a
yeah,
reset, restart,
yeah.
everything.
It was
Everybody doesn't get that.
right. And it was hard, but when I tell you, I don't know if you gotten to this point where there's like this angry old lady in your head and she cusses at everything and everything. Fuck you, fuck da, 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 why you like she's just angry and she's
Yeah.
mad. And even if you don't say those things out loud, she's still there, right? And I got to calm her. She went away. And it was
Mm.
just so good. Even my relationship, like I've never had a normal relationship. So
Oh.
now I just be like, man, this is so boring. And I'm like, wait, is this normal? Is this is this normal? We don't argue. I don't want to go through his phone. Look, if I went through this man's phone, I would be so like, why he's such a nerd. Like I don't even want to go through his phone.
Oh,
It's like we go out, we go to, we go to events. And I'm just like, wow, is this normal? Like we're
yes,
not
that's what healthy welcome to healthy, okay?
right, right,
It's
right.
almost scary. You be like, where
Exact like, it's just so normal, like, the level of consistency
Oh,
that I have in every aspect of my life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, it's man, like, this is a real relationship. Everything, if it's not peaceful, it's not for me. So
I am loving this. Blue, can we please get, like, a love poem? Because I feel like you just got love and peace to give. Like, where is that poem? Where is that journal entry,
I
okay?
don't know, my love poems, I guess Imma make a note, write a love poem. I could be a little vulnerable and write a love poem. I
Yes.
could.
Yes, and then you gotta come back on and do that love poem because we gotta hear it.
Yeah, I can do that. But look, let me ask you some poetry questions because I know you let me go through these questions because I know you had questions about poetry.
Oh, we did. I mean, I felt like that was our cold conversation. It's still always about poetry. It
Okay.
goes back to it. You answered the questions. I said you talked about your first poet that you heard, and it wasn't it
Shel
it was just
Silverstein,
you.
right?
Yes.
Oh, but let me do the first spoken word poet. The first like Silas Green. Silas Green. He did this poem called something about coffee and how he mixed all these different coffees, and if he can mix coffees, why can't we like mix as people? And like literally everything about my early poetry was from Silas Green. I was so enamored, like my cadence, my style, my calmness, just everything was Silas. Then I just kind of came into my own, but Silas Green, that was I still have his book somewhere in storage or something, but yeah, man. Silas, that was my homie. Now he won't even answer my phone call. I'm gonna text him right now.
Silas, where are you? We're looking for you.
Right, I'm gonna text
Silas,
him right now.
Blue is looking for you.
Right. Um, how did poetry change my life? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
So a lot of my early life was centered around relationships, very bad
Mm,
relationships, because I was looking for something. I was looking for a validation. I was looking for stuff, just somebody that was mine or somebody to love me. And I was with this guy and I was very, very, very codependent.
mhm.
And I didn't even know it. I was in like I wouldn't say I was in an abusive relationship, but I was in a very codependent relationship. And I feel like he exploited that. Like I wouldn't go anywhere without him. I wouldn't make a decision, which is
Wow.
wild because I'm so like I always forge my own way.
Yeah.
So me and him, we were just on a verge. It was a stupid, super quick relationship. We got together, we were engaged within 2 weeks. We
Oh,
were
wow.
living
That must
together.
have.
It was wild. And then I found out he had just got out of jail. It
That's
was
why it was so fast.
it was so crazy. And then we had been together like a year, and it was just hold on, let me turn my ringer off.
Okay.
I was working with this girl, and she said, "Oh, we do an open mic at the AKA lounge. You should come out." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll come out, I'll come out, I'll come out." And I told the guy I was with, "Hey, I want to go." Every Sunday we would get in an argument. Every Sunday for like 4 Sundays. So I get hip to it, and I'm like, wow, every Sunday there's an argument. And then one Sunday we had an argument. I found out he was cheating on me. The girl
Oh,
came and
wow.
picked him up. It was just this crazy
What?
thing. But the next Sunday, I went to the poetry spot. I went to the AKA lounge, and I walked in and the air was different. And
Mm.
I don't even know, like, I remember the moment I walked in and I said I saw my friend, Mama Africa. She was on the mic, and she said something about she made the devil blush with something. I was like, "Man, this is it. I'm home." And from there, that's where spoken word started for me. I started writing for performance. Then I met Sean. Me and Sean had our poetry friendship. Then we met C Hope and Leslie, and
Mm.
that's that's how poetry changed my life in a huge way.
Oh, wow. That's a good story.
Right. Right, right.
That is a good story.
Girl, I got
And
stories.
I listen, you can tell all the stories. I'll just sit here and just listen. You can keep telling stories and I'll just keep listening.
Right.
All right. So I know that you've evolved into these grills. Can we talk about them?
Yeah.
I wish I had a grill on right now.
Right.
So we could talk about blues grills.
Yeah. It's grills are always like I grew up. It's a huge cultural thing for me. But also I'm a maker, being a creative. Something for me, like when somebody smiles with a mouthful of gold, it's just something. It's like, what is it? A panache. It's something. Um, and
It's that
I
mousy.
that's what makes me want to create grills, right? I think of course there's money there, but there's this huge lane for creativity, especially now with like 3D printing with colors. Gold is so much now. So now we're finding creative ways to do things with silver, right? Because silver is so much more affordable. People be like, "Oh, I like silver anyway," but yeah, the gold prices just went up. So not judging, but I just
Can I give you some of my gold? Can we melt it down and then make the grill from there? Can we recycle the
look.
gold?
You can. People have asked me. I have a couple of things I have, I wish I still had my very, 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 very first grill I made though. But I melted it down to make something else. And I said, "Okay, I'll take a picture of it." But I wish I still had it. But it's just really something that, it's just something I've come to love. One of my friends told me during COVID, he's like, "Well, what do you want to do? What's something you always wanted to do?" And I said, I always wanted to learn how to fix phones and make grills. So I work in a warehouse that fixes phones. I'm a supervisor. Like I've done that. I feel like I need to check it off my list and move on, and go work on jewelry. So I think that'll be my next big jump. Finding a way, even if I can like work from home, find a way that I can work from home and be making grills while I'm working from home or something like that. But it's just something I love. My screenshots, if you looked at my photo gallery, and it's crazy. I was just talking about my partner, like I wouldn't want to look through his phone. If you looked at my phone, all you see is pictures of grills. That's it. Grills, grills,
Well, I
grills.
can't wait. Listen, I need a grill. Okay? I
I
need a
got you.
grill. And then when my son get his braces off, he gonna need a matching one because we got like grill pictures that we need to be taking. Okay? And
Right.
since I like born and raised a whole Florida boy,
Right.
this is all he takes.
Right. Yeah, man. It's just something about it for me. Just the artistry, the culture, the level of expression, just even in being seen. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's drug dealers and da da da," right? But it's black boys that want to be seen. Like, don't come for me. Get out of my face. And
Exactly.
when you think of ways other people or the things that other people do to be seen, how could you're not mad at all this other stuff, but you feel a way about this. You feel a way about someone wanting to show their status through their teeth, or when they open their mouth and the sun come out. Like, don't you can't straighten me about some gold teeth. Like, I'm not the one. You need to talk to somebody who agrees with how you feel. Cause it's not
Listen, I'll never forget. I was in high school. I dated this guy. He had a mouth full of golds and he used to just polish them.
right.
Okay. They used to just be shining like a whole mouth. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I could just stare at you're right. I could stare at the sunshine forever.
It's just something about it. It's something about it. It's just
Yeah.
something about it. And, I feel like when you see something and you say, "Well, I want to be a part of that." I feel like those are things you should push to do, right? You see somebody with a baby, you say, "Oh, I want to be a part of that." Okay, some people are born to be parents and born to be caretakers and born to and that's me. Like, I want to be so good. I want to be like the the old man in the back of the store, in the back of the jewelry store. That's like this master jeweler. That's where I want to be, but not for jewelry, just for grills.
I feel like that's how you are about or when I think of you and poetry.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you could just sit back because you're the master now. So,
Yeah.
yes, welcome to master level, okay?
And it's so wild because being that in poetry and then having to start all the way over in grills like a simp, like
I
not
don't feel
even a
like it's you
small
starting
fish.
over. You said you are we are creatives, and, like, this is just literally you taking your words and just making art with it.
Right, but it's different when you're the new kid, you're not even a fish, you're a minnow, you're an amoeba, you're not you're not e
Not
you're
the
not even a
amoeba.
nucleus. Yeah. It's you're one of those things that you can see under the microscope, at 100 times magnification, it's
I
like
mean, only if you're comparing yourself, but, like, you don't need to compare. I feel like there is nobody in, like, the Orlando, Central Florida area making grills, so in my opinion, you are the master, and I
exactly, and people don't like I yearn for community. Wherever I go,
me
I
too.
try to create even at my job. Oh my gosh. It's so hard. It's like you be nice there and they think you're, well, what are you up to? I'm just a nice person. Like, who hurt
Nothing.
you?
Exactly.
So,
We're just up to life, okay?
right, right. So it's I yearn for community, but in jewelry, there's not a huge community. Even like maybe if you go to school and you have people you went to school with, but a lot of jewelers are self-taught.
Mhm.
So they don't wanna teach you or they'll charge you, which I don't mind paying, like, you go to college, you pay for,
Yeah,
other things you wanna learn. I don't mind paying, but I'm not gonna pay for, you know, I'm gonna
for
pay
your
for
little
somebody's quality.
handout.
Right,
Exactly.
teach me well.
So, I know we at a different place, but you feel like doing any poetry? You wanna do any of your poems?
Uh,
It's up to you, no pressure.
uh, yeah, I'll do a poem. That sounds like fun.
Yes.
Uh, hmm, I'll do my amplifier since Okay. All right. I'm do this one. You ready? Wow, hilarious. Okay. Uh I said I walk by faith and not by sight. Cause my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. Ever since I had breath in my lungs, I had a story to tell. Kids I need to keep hungry for knowledge and away from the jail, but I was Jonah in the well. I was too afraid to fail. So how am I help you touch the sky when I'm scared to fly for myself? And when I tried to be fly, then people wanted to judge me. So it's cool for you to be cocky, but my confidence is ugly. I'm gonna cut you off at your knees. You have no stand in my life because my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. And I don't need no stage to talk to y'all because y'all is my kin. Follow the trail of people who hate me if you want to know where I've been. I'm hard work, dedication, and no sleep wrapped in sin. Learned so much from my mistakes. I asked God if we could do it again. My biggest pitfalls in life have been myself and my relationships with men. But God gave me a voice and showed me the power of a pen. Then I found rejuvenation through these poems that I write. That's why my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. I could stand alone now. I can admit I was scared. Thought I was too fat and not strong. Didn't think I was prepared. The same chicks that brought me up in the game tried to stop my growth and be the people closest to you that want to hurt you the most. So I don't keep my enemies close. How can I explain this? If you're not practicing what you hustling, then we don't speak the same language, and I am not bilingual, but I speak tongues when I write. That's why my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. I just need to stay strong because somebody needs to see me spit this testimony through words and make it look easy. I got fire in my chest. I got hope for days. I write poems when I'm inspired. I don't do this for praise. And yeah, I got some weight on me, but I don't need no gym. Because if he don't like the big me, then I don't need him. Was scared of my haters till I found out my haters were scared of me. So I hope my haters are prepared for what I am preparing to be. This is for Will, the real one. And everybody that pushed me to write, for the things I wouldn't have unless I jumped in the fight for the peace I fight for. I'm not right till I write. That's why my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. I don't need no stage. I don't need no pen. You want to tell me I'm great? I'm going to tell you I always been. This is God's work. He took a hold of me and wouldn't let loose. Took me through the fire and the storm made me water and fireproof for all this work I got to do. It's so much martyr in me when both of my parents already angels. So what they daughter gonna be but a prayer and a teacher? So my life be this light that write letters to your spirit, make you read it and write back, write back. That's all I'm saying with every breath of my life, because my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. And see, look, I'm gonna tell you, this feeling right here, this is what make me like, man, I should do poetry again. I should do poetry again. Then it's like the feeling go away. I'll be like, okay, let me go cook me some eggs or something, right? Let but that feeling, that's the feeling. That's the feeling on stage. That's the feeling when somebody put in a new grill and they smile for the first. You're like, man, I did that. That's the feeling when, working with the kids and the kids, they reach their own goals and they push. Like
Mhm.
it's that. That's the feeling I be chasing.
That's the feeling.
And if I don't have like I be trying to find a way to make it a consistent thing so that I can be in that space consistently, but it's a little high. Yeah, that was fun.
'Cause that was so good.
It's
Okay.
it's small.
That
Can
was
you hear
so
me?
good. You're right. It's that high. It's that like and even when you like land it in your own mind, you see what I'm saying? Even if nobody snap or clap or say
Right,
or nothing, you
right.
be like, it's just hearing it yourself. Like,
Exactly. Agree, agree, agree.
Blue, that was everything. I mean, we can end on that. Like that was everything right there.
Good. I
That was
appreciate
so
that.
wonderful.
This was fun.
Thank you. Blue, how can they find you?
Girl. Um,
Are
I
you
don't know,
hiding?
maybe in 2026. I don't know, cause I'm
2026
home.
Blue.
I'm at I'm at home. I'm home at work. Like I be on social media, but I don't. So I'm okay. I'm Blue Bailey on everything. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, but I just don't be on there. Or I be on there, but just like, like I just scroll. I
Right.
don't post. Um, I think once I get my grills down, then I'll post. Cause it's still
Okay.
people I gotta make grills for. And what I don't want them to be like, well, how she posting and she ain't made my grill? She need to go to work. So once I get once I fulfill my obligations to a couple people, I will come back to the social media world. But even not really, because it's certain people I don't want to talk to me. So, you know,
Well, I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful. Thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it. Okay. This has been, I mean, JoJo's 17 now. So this has been 17 years in the making. Okay. Like me leaving the poetry scene and then coming back. And it's like, ooh, fresh faces. I can do the same poems all over again. Like no one's heard
mhm.
these.
And
So yeah.
so where did the sneaky poet come from?
So the sneaky poet came from when I lived in New York. I used to go to this open mic in Harlem, and the host's name was Francine, and I would come in like dressed like, like just kind of wholesome, just chilling. And then I would do these poems like, "Oh, walking in the valley, shadows, dick." Like I would just, yeah. So she literally one day was like, y'all, she was like, the Jamice, she's like, I'm gonna name her the sneaky poet, and y'all will
Right.
see why. And she will just pop out, and you'll be like, wait a minute, that was so, it just escalated so quickly. And so, yes, that's exactly where it came from. And
Wow.
not, not necessarily like having like, just like we talked about earlier, like imposter syndrome, but just never wanting to hold like, I guess, a separate name other than my own name.
Right.
So I just never used it. It was always just, like I probably met you and was just Jamice.
Right.
So, but now I'm just like walking into like a different stage and I'm like, oh no, I'm Jamice, the sneaky poet.
We love that. My partner, he didn't even know I did poetry for a very long time. He didn't
Really?
meet Blue for a very long time. So, you know, now
Well, thank
he's
you.
getting to see like, oh, oh,
Oh,
but
right. A new chapter is unlocked.
right, like he's seeing people because normally like we really stay in the house.
Yeah.
But now, we go out and we know, like I know somebody everywhere I go. I had jury duty, I know somebody. So he's just not used to that because he's just used to, staying in the house with me. Like we went to the airport, we were flying to Maryland, and this guy was like, Blue? Is that Blue? And I was like, come on, like I just looked at him because I'm like, how could I know that this man was I remember when you performed here, here, here. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. You're really not helping me out right now. Uh,
He had no idea he was with a celebrity. He had no idea.
right. And I think it's a testament to the work, right? Because I dated a guy a long time ago who is a poet and nobody knows. And so I just feel like the fact that I've been able to do so much and be in front of so many people and they remember, right? They remember this feeling or they remember wherever they were when they heard me. It's a testament. I was thinking the other day, man, I need to get back into poetry. And this girl I met when she was 15, she's like in her 30s now, Simba.
Hmm.
Simba said, "Hey, Blue, I was talking to this lady and she told me, oh, there was a lady who used to come out to my school and teach poetry." She said, "Was it Blue?" And I said, "Yeah." So it's just like, just me thinking, hey, I need to get back into poetry, right? God is like, boom, here's some confirmation. Here's some
Yeah.
confirmation right here. This random person. And I remember the girl. I remember her name, but I don't remember her. But look, I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to stop.
Hmm.
I went to Atlanta to my sister's daughter, to my niece's soccer game, right?
Right.
Go to Atlanta, go to see my niece play soccer, and I like to skate. So I got my skates in the trunk. I say, "Well, hey, I got my skates in the trunk. Let's go skating." My niece is like, "Yes, I would love to skate with you." We go to
Mhm.
this skating rink and I see this girl. She stopped me, "Excuse me, Miss Blue?" I was like, "Hi."
Oh,
She's like, "Man, I saw you. I just wanted to come say thank you to you because for the poetry club." I've never done a poetry club in Atlanta. Like this girl was from Orlando, happened to be at the skating rink that I randomly came to after going to see my niece play
wow.
soccer in another state. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that really say, "Hey, look, you have what did
You've
it
changed
say in the
people's
Bible?
lives.
Well done, my good and faithful soldier." Like
Yeah.
I feel that. So
I mean, Blue, yeah, I mean, you've changed people's lives. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, 17, like I said, 17 years later, I can still hear your voice
yeah,
meeting
yeah,
you at a poetry place.
yeah. You're right.
This
Um,
has been a joy, okay?
yeah, it's always good talking to you though. It's
Yes,
always
it's been a
good.
joy.
All right, well, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Blue, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. That was the Blue Bailey. Oh my gosh, amazing poet, phenomenal. Hopefully you enjoyed her word. Um, Stay tuned for next episode. Again, y'all, like, share, comment, follow. Like, share, comment, follow. Jay the Sneaky Poet. I am Jay. Tune in for next episode. This is just gonna get so juicy, okay? We're gonna have some erotic poetry sometimes, other poets, artists, rapper, whatever. Again, you want to be on the show? Please, you are more than welcome to join us. Like, share, comment, follow. Have a great day.